For a long time, many people have read one verse from the Quran and walked away with one conclusion, that it denies the crucifixion of Jesus. And from that one line, conclusions have been made. Debates have been formed. And entire beliefs have been built. But what if the issue is not the verse, but how it's been read? Today, we are going to slow down, not just read the verse, but read the full passage. Let's look at the passage people often quote. That's Surah An-Nisa, chapter 4, verses 157 to 158. It says, "And for their saying, indeed, we have killed the Messiah, Jesus, the son of Mary, the messenger of Allah. But they did not kill him, nor did they crucify him, but it was made to appear so to them. And indeed, those who differ over it are in doubt about it. They have no knowledge of it, except the following of assumption. And they did not kill him for certain. Rather, Allah raised him to himself, and Allah is ever mighty and wise." Now pause. Do you see the flow? This does not begin with Jesus was not crucified. It begins with, "and for their saying." This is not a random statement. It is responding to a claim. And not just any claim. A claim of certainty. We killed him. Now look at the key word people miss, because they are reading quickly. The key word, but. When the passage says, "For their saying we killed the Messiah," then follows with, "but they did not kill him, nor did they crucify him." Pause. What does "but" do? But is not a random word. It is a contrast. It is a response. It is a refutation of what was just said. The word "but" tells you the passage is answering a claim, not making an isolated statement. The flow is, "they said we killed him." The text responds, "but." That means the focus is not starting from scratch. It is correcting what was just claimed. You can't remove the response from what it is responding to. Why this changes everything? Because when people quote only they did not kill him, they remove for their saying. They remove the but. They remove the entire flow. And once you remove those, the meaning shifts completely. When you remove the context, you remove the meaning. Understanding comes from following the flow, not isolating the line. This is why context matters. Because when you isolate the middle line, they did not kill him, and remove the pretext, remove the flow, remove the conclusion, you can make the verse say something very different. A verse isolated from its context can be made to say almost anything. Now let's look at the Bible. Because this pattern is not unique to the Quran. Acts 2, verses 23 to 24 says, "You with the help of wicked men put him to death, but God raised him from the dead." What does the Quran say? Allah raised him to himself. 1 Corinthians 2 verse 8 says, "None of the rulers of this world understood. For if they had, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory." Pause. In the Bible, we see you crucified him, but God raised him. They did not understand. In the Quran, they say we killed him. They did not kill him. Those who differ are in doubt. God raised him, or Allah raised him to himself. Both passages show human action or claim, followed by lack of understanding, and ending with God's action. The issue is not just the event, it is the understanding of the event. Paul makes it clear, even those involved did not understand what they were doing. What does he say? If they had known, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. Meaning, something happened, but it was not fully understood. So now the question shifts. Not did this happen or not, but how was it understood? What is the text emphasizing? Because both texts are showing what people thought happened versus what was actually understood. The same event can be seen and still be misunderstood. Why people miss this? Because we've been trained to read quickly, isolate verses, defend positions, instead of reading fully, observing patterns, understanding flow. When you read in fragments, you see contradiction. But when you read in context, you begin to see patterns. I'm not asking you to agree with me. I'm asking you to understand first. So maybe the question is not, does the Quran reject the crucifixion? The question is, are we reading the full passage or reacting to a single line? Family, truth does not fear examination. So take your time. Read fully. Observe carefully. Because there will come a moment when you move from hearing to seeing. Pause and see the pattern for yourself.